Hey.
Yeah, welcome to my car life stories. What's your business? What's the name of your business?
The business is called Caesar Solution. When I was putting the name together, my accountant says you should call it your name. I said, why? He says, well, because you're the main focal point of the company. And I said, well, I want to build the company up so that somebody buys it. So I don't want anybody to buy my name. I was in San Diego at the time, driving towards Mission Bay. And I just thought of what we do as a business is solutions. And we got quite a few solutions. So I said, I might as well seize one. I went, Seize a Solution. But that was purely by coincidence. And then I realised Seize a Solution and sounds like Eustace Caesar. So there you go. As a manufacturing, well, a mechanical production engineering consultancy. Right, so we do a lot of stuff with cars, but the client base is from, say, satellites to furniture. I mean, last week I was in a place that made tables, believe it or not.
Oh, brilliant.
And after we finished with them, they boost their production by 45%.
Okay, so explain to me how your company goes into another company and improves their performance.
It's all about the way they communicate. Basically, you start off with a concept, and then these days we have like 3D CAD models, so to make everything in a computer. Problem is when you go to manufacture it, people in manufacturing want tolerances, so how big and small they can make things. Well, the designers don't understand it properly, so when they put the tolerances on, nothing fits. So then it goes back to design, they change it up, they try again, they keep trying this for about 4, 5, 6 times. Drawings going back and forth. This is in all industries, not just the furniture. And what we've done is devised a way that you can get it right first time, but it takes training. Okay, it's something they should know, but they don't.
Why don't they know it?
Because a lot of companies they rely on perfect data too much, like CAD systems and stuff like that, and in reality nothing is perfect. Well,
okay, apart from you, of course. I mean.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. So it's kind of ignored, and one of the problems is that the CAD companies that sell all the software, they sell it on the premise that you can do this really quickly.
As a business, what would you say are your top 3 challenges?
That I've experienced or that I see?
Give me both.
Okay, right. As an experience, one of my toughest challenges was actually letting go of the reins slightly, because you can fall in love with your own little baby, and I'm a bit of a control freak as well. So actually driving too slow, control freak. Anyway, yeah, letting go, getting other people involved, which I realised that the company was getting too large, and it was just not just me. I had to get other people involved to do what I do. So that was a bit of a challenge, actually, realising the fact that you can't do it on your own. Yeah, the challenge was to get companies to realise that they have these problems. But over the years, kind of devised a way of letting them understand where the problem is, and basically you just put them in a hole. So if they can't see it, you literally put them in the hole and say, now what do you do when this happens? And they just look at each other, and then they ask me, well, what would you do? I went, well, that's all part of what I'm trying to sell it. So in some companies, I mean, we've saved them, I mean, millions. And I've done studies to show that I can save them millions, but they don't believe the answers until they see it for themselves. So yeah, it's great. I enjoy it.
So what kind of can you mention some of the big name companies?
Actually, do you know what? The companies are that high profile, I can't even mention who they are. And it's a shame in the public eye, and if you're into certain sports,
yes,
there's been a significant difference over a couple of years. You need to get into that lane. In a couple of years for a certain
maybe UK
participants.
firm. Yes, maybe a UK firm in sporting kind of.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they've bought into the philosophy that we're selling. When I say philosophy, as the whole concept, and did exactly what we've asked, meaning what we've advised, and they've seen massive differences.
Brilliant.
But it's wasn't plain to see that they had the problem in the first place.
So how long have you taken to kind of grow your company?
Actually, next year will be 20 years, and I can't believe it.
So 20 years is obviously amazing.
Yeah.
But how did you went to uni? What was your path?
No, I don't have a degree. I come from manufacturing, so we do apprenticeships.
Okay.
Excuse me. So the apprenticeship is more, well, back in those days it was like City and Guilds apprenticeships, where you do craft and a technical apprenticeship, and then you learn on the job, and then you go back to college. So we didn't do degrees, so it's very hands-on, and that is now lost.
Okay.
So when I'm teaching the graduates now, they have no idea what I'm talking about, and they've got a degree, and they still don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And then they say, why isn't this taught in universities? And the real reason is the lecturers don't know what they're talking about either. I'm not saying that I'm super brain, but this subject is being ignored in industry for a long time, and it's the one that solves all the problems. The difference is, if you don't know how to use it, it isn't easy. So with a lot of the manufacturers, they could get to market in a fraction of the time if they take a step back and understand what they're doing in the first place.
Okay. Even now, your reputation, you've already built your reputation.
Yeah.
What was it like before the reputation was there?
Well, I was just Joe Blow. No one knew me. People in, let's say, well, my career went from shop floor, making things. Then I started using all the computerized machines to do that. But then I developed a way of doing it so I could do it faster than everybody else. So I got promoted to a production engineer. So I was doing all the production engineering for the whole company. And then after that, actually there was a dispute between the two brothers in this one company. One brother decided to get rid of the other one, and because I was his main man, he sacked me. So that was a dispute that went to court, and I won unfair dismissal. And I thought, I took that money and I built my company.
And you could have put that somewhere else, of course.
Oh yeah, but after that, you have an experience like this. I thought, do you know what? I got to take control of my own destiny. I don't like someone else in control. Hence, I'm a bit of a control freak.
Okay.
But a stage before that was after coming off the shop floor, I decided I didn't want to get my hands dirty anymore. So I went to work for a software company, and that's what actually changed my life, because I then, working with the software company, saw the potential of this whole thing called, I'll bore you with some of the proper names, geometrical dimensioning and tolerancing. Yes.
Yeah, you're smart.
It sounds smart, but basically it's all about how you communicate your design intent using symbols. So because I saw how powerful that was, I took that whole philosophy and turned it into something that I could teach to all the companies that were struggling.
Okay.
But the problem is that if you talk about 20 years ago, I looked really young. Obviously I still do, but I looked really young, and I'm going into a company to talk to, say, managing directors looking for solutions to triple their production, and this little baldy black man from walks in. Actually, they looked straight past me to the guy behind me. But as soon as I open my mouth, I command you to listen to me. And that's just part of my personality as well. So I didn't have a problem drawing up business, but all businesses have to grow. But it's only over the last, let's say, 10 years where it's really thriving, and went for a bad patch when the credit crunch happened, because the first thing that goes in most companies is training and consultancy. That just went. And then, so we had a bit of a drive patch. But if it wasn't for two certain companies in the field where they don't do cost saving, Formula One, then I wouldn't be here now.
Okay.
I would have had to go back to work for someone, which I really didn't want to do.